Western Big Six basketball on Cox Communications on Channel 38. This is Jim Smith along with the Wild Man Dan Burridge here at Wharton Fieldhouse tonight for another Western Big Six game between the United Township High School Panthers and the hosting Alleman Pioneers. Pioneers come in at 11-5 on the season, 2-3 in the conference, but have retained their lofty ranking, Wild Man, at in the 1A rankings at number 3.
Well, as most of the voters know, that Alleman does play in the Western Big Six, and all the other schools are not only AA schools, but very respected schools. Just look at Rock Island at number 2, and Galesburg getting some votes, as well as Moline and United Township, deep in tradition. So Alleman not being hurt in the Class A rankings, but then again, not getting a lot of respect from the other Western Big Six schools for that ranking either, because they know they can knock them off on any given night.
Well, these two teams just met a couple of weeks ago, and Alleman won by, I think, 8 or 9-10 over at United Township, the Panther Den. And Panthers, I know, feel they got something to prove, and Alleman, they just want to keep winning ball games, so it ought to be a good one.
I talked to both Larry Schulte, the head coach of the Pioneers, and of course Scotty Olson, head coach of the UT Panthers, and they both have different thoughts on that first game. Alleman figures we don't have to change much because what we did the first time was effective. I talked about the point guard matchup, which I think is interesting. Two of the better ones in the conference,
right,
in Ramos and Voss. And Larry Schulte's comment was, well, Voss got the best from the first game, but Nick Ramos, we all know what he can do just from last year alone. So we'll have to look at that matchup. Then you've got the big kid Trapkins versus Polite's really not, that's not a matchup there, but just versus the whole UT zone perhaps.
Right.
And Scotty Olson said Trapkins is a great player, but I'm not scared of him. I'm impressed by what he's done, but he doesn't instill fear in my heart. So both respect, but not fear.
Right. And you mentioned the zone that we're anticipating. We're going to see some zone from UT tonight. Moline was pretty effective. Well, here we go, folks. We're going to have the starting lineups.
And you know as well as I do that UT is going to use that Moline game as a scouting report.
Oh, you betcha. If they don't, I'd be real surprised. I know Coach Olson's a man-to-man guy, but I'm sure we're going to see some zone.
I don't think we'll see anything but man-to-man from the Pioneers, though.
Well, here we go. The starting lineups. Here's for the Panthers, number 12, Adrian Bandy starting at guard tonight, a 5'10" junior.
Ramos kind of going to the off guard. We saw Bandy do a great job on Buddy of Bettendorf on Saturday, so maybe Bandy will get the Voss assignment as well.
That could be. Chris Watson's really come on strong for the Pioneers, number 22.
Got to become their third gun.
The junior for the Panthers, number 34, Steve Lopez starting tonight. Chris Watson for the Pioneers.
And for the Pioneers at forward, number 44, Brian Wood.
Tony Stock getting a start. Mark Polite. Here's Ryan Wood.
It's Trapkins, Voss, Watson, Wood, and Stock for Alleman. Polite, Ramos, Lopez, Fagerlund, and Bandy for UT.
We'd ask that you please stand now as Senior Marion headquarters.
Now we're going to take a pause for our national anthem. We'll be right back with the ball game. Very nice job on that national anthem by the young lady. And I didn't catch her name, and I apologize, but that was that might be the tops of the season so far. That was excellent.
Very strong voice here at Wharton Fieldhouse.
You go around the league here, and I know UT does a good job of getting their fine arts people involved, and always have some kids or somebody from the vocal department singing the national anthem over there too. It's nice to see that the young people contribute like that.
The Rock Island Alleman Pioneers in the home whites playing on the Moline Maroon Wharton Fieldhouse floor. They will be heading to your left to right on your screen. The UT Pioneers and the Road Blacks. Polite versus jumping up against Trapkins. Of course, UT will go the other way, right to left. Jim Smith, along with Dan Burridge, Family Ties Productions, Cox Communications, Channel 38.
And there's the tip. UT's going to control. Adrian Bandy with the ball in the corner. He's going to work against Tony Stock. All of them looks like they're going to come out and play man-to-man.
Schulte told me, Coach Schulte, I should say, said, we only know one thing, man-to-man.
Boy, and they play tough man-to-man.
Fourth in the state last year, currently ranked third this season. One little difference, last year they had the Twin Towers, Manus and Trapkins. This year Brian's doing it all by his lonesome.
Well, they got a little inside, a little outside. Nice feed down low. Ramos to Fagerlund. Fagerlund puts it in for the first 2 points of the game.
UT already on top, Trapkins with it. Over to Stock.
Here's our first look at UT defense. They're going to man-to-man.
You mentioned kind of inside-outside. Watson's come out for him as a third option offensively. Voss with it there. Number 10 has really played well. Taking it to the next level. He kind of did it in the state tournament.
And you talked about the matchup here. It is Bandy and Voss. It looks like that's the way they're going to go.
And that's Stock with a shot.
Gets the friendly roll. 2-2. Just a minute gone by here. Moline's Wharton Fieldhouse, Alleman, and UT.
Ramos coming up against Pat Voss.
That can wear you down. We'll watch for that, Coach Smitty.
Oh,
Because Bandy will be all over you. Plus, he's got to guard Ramos on the offensive end.
that'll wear you down.
So we'll see if Pat Voss will accept the challenge. As I said, as a sophomore last year, he really stepped it up in the state tourney.
Oh, nice inbounds play. Lopez finds Fagerlund breaking off a double pick. Fagerlund,
Already got his average, I think.
yeah, second hoop. Yeah, Fagerlund brings in a 5.2. Now he can get another half a basket.
All
He's
right.
right there.
Voss inside of Trapkins.
Nice turnaround.
Trapkins, with all due respect to Pete Michael and one of his opponents tonight, Polite, one of the best players in the conference. I don't want to call any of them the best right
Yeah,
now.
it's hard to call somebody the best.
But he's right up there.
Got a reach-in foul. Yeah, it's going to be Mr. Voss.
Give you an idea on Trapkins, he's 4th in the league in scoring. He's 4th in field goal shooting. He's even 3rd in free throw shooting and 3rd in rebounds. So he's right there.
He's an all-around guy then. He's a good player.
I mentioned Pete Michael, both those same type of stats. Polite right there with the ball.
Polite, first shot of the night, gets the shooter's bounce.
He heard us talking about him, Smitty.
Yeah, he says, hey, what's this Fagerlund stuff? Let's give me the ball.
Joey Raines down at Galesburg. There's some good ones, but that's a good one with the ball right now.
Nice pass.
That's the double combination. Inside, outside, right there.
Said you can't overload on Pat Voss because he'll find the open man. That time it happened to be Trapkins, and he can put it away. Panthers passing the ball well here early. Pioneers sticking with the man-to-man. That's Polite with the ball way out away from the basket.
Chris Watson is on Polite. He gets the unkind assignment, if you will. Stop Polite.
Skip past to Ramos. He has an idea from three-point land. Drives, fires up a wild shot. No good.
Rebound Trapkins. He's really developed his outside shot and looks like he's trying to develop his ball handling there too, Coach. Bringing it up.
Brought it up left-handed.
Voss on the drive.
Good defense. Panthers really collapsed. Really collapsed. Here comes Polite right down the middle. Pioneers stop the ball. Back to Bandy from the line.
Got it.
Count it. 3 points. Adrian Bandy.
And if they can get that from Bandy,
I was going to say, there's a bonus. If you get that from Adrian Bandy tonight, that's really going to help the Panther cause.
well, he mentioned Chris Watson, and Stock's done it too. Nice block.
Oh, here comes Mr. Polite across.
Trapkins just with the size advantage. Not only a couple inches bigger, probably about 50 pounds heavier. Brian is a big kid.
First on Polite. That's team foul apiece. Pioneers have one, the Panthers have one.
I was going to mention Coach Schulte and the Pioneers have gotten Watson as the third option on offense for Voss and Trapkins. Now with Polite and Ramos, Coach Olson and UT kind of need the same thing. And if you can get Bandy hitting from the outside,
Right.
and hey, Fagerlund picked up the first 2 buckets.
Fagerlund's really coming on, doing a nice job here as the season's going on. Kind of finding his role. He come in a junior. He wasn't here last year. He was here as a freshman and then moved to Iowa and came back this year. Played football for us. Good tight end for us. Good
Bandy.
hands.
Knocked away, nicely done
Forced
by
that
Stock.
pass a little bit that time.
Voss pushing it up, loses it. Almost loses it.
He's in trouble.
That's a good call. And
That
you
was
saw
a-
Lopez pump his fist. That was a good call.
Lopez and Bandy had him surrounded, and Voss was he was pivoting his way out of trouble. Well, that's 2 quick fouls on Pat Voss. That could be trouble. He's got to back off now a little bit, I would think.
Definitely the UT bench applauding that call.
Early score here, 9-8. Panthers lead about halfway through the first quarter. Nick Ramos against Pat Voss. Voss has got to back off a little bit, like we said. Fagerlund in the corner. Polite deep on the baseline. Finds Ramos at the arc for 3. Count it.
Well, Coach Olson, as we talked about, is a little sick, a little ill today, but if he's got these guys hitting threes, he's going to be feeling better.
Yeah, that'll make that fever go down a little bit, won't it?
UT in the man-to-man now. Trapkins guarded by Fagerlin. Bandy is on Voss inside to Trapkins. Pump fake.
Count it. Boy, nice move. Did a nice job of coming up under the basket. Let's see who this foul goes on. 2-4. That's a big call there, Wild Man, right there, because that could have been Polite too. That could have been his second foul. It turned out to be Ben Fagerlin on the foul, and Trapkins goes to the line.
Trapkins, he's 3 of 3 from the line, coach. He already has 9 points. Scott Cornelis checks in for Alleman. He starts earlier in the season, he was. They kind of rotate starting lineups. If you read the Argus Dispatch.
Yeah, I think they had him listed as a potential starter today.
And they kind of rotate. Both coaches quoted
he played quite a bit last year too. I know we did several Alleman games last year, and he played. Lopez from about 14 feet, 2 times off that rim.
14-11.
Looks like nothing but net in the box score, doesn't it?
UT up by 3, maybe more.
Fagerlin to Ramos down the middle. Ramos dishes. Polite. Oh, nice no-look pass. Polite coming down, trailing. Kind of a secondary break coming down there.
Way to find your main guy too.
Panthers hustled back that time. They had like 4 on 2 there.
Bandy a little excited with the 5-point lead.
He'll pick up his first. 13 foul on the Panthers. Got 2 new Panthers coming in here. That's Sean Taylor, number 33, coming in for Lopez. Jacob Brewster coming in for Bandy.
Cornelis is in for Voss, naturally, with the 2 fouls. He'll kind of handle the point guard situation. Chris Watson there, 22 on the left wing.
Here comes the zone, Wild Man.
Well, with Voss out, why not? Because he is their best shooter probably out there.
Nice job of getting your own rebound, putting it back up, and then getting a little rambucked. I think that was Tony Stock, was it not?
We'll see. If it was Stock, you'd understand he missed it, then got the putback. Yeah.
Took the 3-point shot, came and got his own rebound, missed the putback.
I think he's getting frustrated. He's going to check out. Coming in is Steve Sotos.
And Sotos has started for him in the past, I know. Full court pressure here. Polite to Sean Taylor. Across the timeline. Panthers set up the offense. Jacob Brewster running the point now.
About 2.5 minutes remaining here in the first quarter.
Taylor just inside the 3-point arc.
Nice.
Good hustling rebound by Mark Polite. Put back.
Nice.
So Polite has 6. Trapkins has 9. No surprise there, huh?
And the Panthers jump out to a 7-point lead, 18-11, with just over 2 minutes remaining here in the first quarter.
The difference is Trapkins isn't getting the help.
We said Fagerlin scored the first 2 buckets, and we had a 3 each from Bandy and Ramos.
And then Polite's picked up a little slack there. And it's been all Mr. Trapkins. Tony Stock with 1 hoop, and the rest of them have been Brian Trapkins.
So Trapkins from outside, he's doing it all.
He says,
11 points in the first quarter.
Let me handle it.
11 of 13. Well, I wonder if I talked to Coach Olson afterwards. He said, I respect Trapkins, but I'm not fearing him, but he may fear him now.
Double team on Polite. Tough turnaround.
And
count that one up. That's a tough shot. He had 2 guys in his face.
He's kind of turning into it now at Trapkins Polite. No surprise, the leading scorers.
Trapkins from the baseline.
Mark just under 20 points a game, and Brian just over 20.
Jeez.
Oh!
Good put back by Ryan Wood. Right there.
Nice hustle defensively by UT. Just couldn't get there. 20-15.
Couldn't get the handle on the ball.
A minute left in this one. UT with the ball, the 5-point lead. Minute left in first quarter action.
Brewster, top of the circle. Polite from 3. Nick Ramos is going to get called. He's going to get called for hooking Scott Cornelis out of the way, I think. When we look at the replay here, I think we see that.
Got that, John? See, Jess would have had that replay for us.
Yeah, we'd have had it. We'd have been looking at it right now.
We got the second crew tonight. We're just teasing. 20-15, 50 seconds left, first quarter action. Alleman with the ball, trying to cut into that 5-point UT deficit. Cornelis through his legs. Looks like Larry Schulte's going to go for 1.
Yeah, Jay Swanson is checked in for the Panthers here now.
Cornelius up tied to Chris Watson on the wing. 27.
Panthers sticking with his own this time down.
There's the three. Long
Strong.
rebound.
Good
Watson
rebound.
lost.
Good hands. Nick Ramos flicked that ball. I think it was Jake Smithers had his hands
Yeah,
on
it
that
was
ball.
Jake
And I
Smithers,
think
excuse me.
Ramos flicked it out of there, and it went off Swanson's leg, I believe. But
13 seconds.
plenty of time to run a play and get a couple, 3-4 good passes.
Oh, I thought Swanson had the block.
He must have got a little body on him too, but that was a pretty good, that was all ball block.
Number 52, Jay Swanson.
Joe Thompson with the call down there. Joe doesn't usually miss those, so
Swanson's 6'7", but only about 175, 180 pounds. So he hasn't had much body to get on him.
put the blade on him.
I thought it looked like a clean block, but nonetheless, at the line.
Smithers shooting two. Hits that first one.
Cuts it to 4, 12 seconds left. Misses it, rebound Polite.
10 seconds. Panthers bring it up quickly. Ramos to the baseline, fall away. Swanson had his hands on it. Time's going to expire. Brewster fires.
Big,
Got it!
big.
Jake Brewster beat the buzzer. Puts the Panthers up 22-16 at the end of the first quarter. We've seen a lot of action here, Wild Man, up and down the floor. Some good defense, some good offense. It's been, like you said, it's been the Brian Trapkins show for Alleman. He's got all but 5 of their points here. 5 of the 16 were scored by other players. He's got 11 first quarter. Panthers packed that zone in there at the beginning of the, about halfway through that quarter. Well, why don't we take a quick break and we'll come back with second quarter action.
Back at Moline's Wharton Fieldhouse, the United Township Panthers lead after 1 quarter of play, 22-16. Alleman will inbound, down 6. Jim Smith along with Dan Burch on Cox Communications Channel 38, Family Ties Productions.
Oh, Mr. Polite got up there real high, nice feed. Brewster to band, he couldn't make the layup.
Polite may have gotten away with a goal, Tom.
I believe he did, Wildman. Oh, pass off Steve Soto's hands out of bounds, going to be Panthers ball.
That may be the only way to stop Trapkins.
Boy, Trapkins, they found a big hole in the middle of that zone, and Trapkins went right to the hoop, laid it up, and Polite was way up above the rim, but I'm not so sure. It's hard to tell from up here if that ball was coming down or not, but it's hard to imagine it wasn't.
We're getting the same angle you are. We're next to the camera, but we're high up in the crow's nest, but and Polite can get up there. That's the key, too. That's Polite with it.
Finds Sean Taylor flashing across the lane. Back to Brewster. Quick pass to Bandy. Down inside to Swanson. Turns and fires. Little strong.
Coming the other way, Voss, nice feed on the baseline. Polite's there. He gets the rebound.
And
Good
the rebound.
defense.
Oh, we got a reach in. A little
Once
ticky
again,
tack there by, I think it's
Sodas.
Trapkins.
I think 32, we'll see.
Pioneer foul number 54.
Oh, it is.
Got
Excuse me.
Trapkins on the reach in.
Excuse me.
That's his first, Alleman's fourth. Panthers had 5 team fouls.
I thought Sanders was the ref, not you.
No, I haven't missed a call in years, Wild Man.
Coming the other way.
Jacob Brewster, nice drive along
Hey,
the
why
baseline.
not? He closed out the first quarter with the big bucket. Jake Brewster fired up. 8-point lead for UT. Voss is back in. And they're going to find him. It's been mostly Trapkins. There it
There's
is
a
again.
hole in his zone. Trapkins right to the hole.
13 points already. Back to a 6-point lead. Oh, Polite with a foolish, got a little anxious there. Didn't want to make the bad pass, but made the turnover nonetheless.
And that's something there hadn't been a whole lot of in this game so far. Hadn't been very many turnovers. No traveling calls, no double dribbles. One errant pass by Alleman.
Voss on the pump fake. Sotos out top. Over to Watson. Watson hasn't scored yet. Came in average of 7 a game. Voss goes back to him. Trapkins looking to post up. Fagerlund's back in for Swanson. Voss for 3.
Long rebound.
Who else? Brewster.
Brewster with the rebound, quickly to the other end.
Brewster's really giving you some spark off the bench here.
Polite from 3. No. Long rebound.
It's Voss. Knocked away. Polite. Getting a little sloppy, Coach.
Yeah. Get a little wild. They're running up and down the floor. Sometimes you get that full court pressure. That gets the game going faster than you want it to go.
Tony Stock returns for the Pioneers.
Coach Olson's up off the bench signaling a defense now. I think they're going to pick him up man-to-man now and get out of the zone for a while.
Lopez comes back in for UT.
Sean Taylor going to go to the bench. Here comes Nick Ramos. He's checking in.
Nick Ramos returns for the Panthers.
Brewster's going to check out. Jacob Brewster sparked the Panthers a little bit while he was in there.
Oh, very much so. He said the big bucket at the end of the first quarter gave him a 6-point lead, and they currently lead by 6. Voss out top. UT back in the man-on-man. Fagerlund has Trapkins. Bandy on Voss. They go into Trapkins. He misses. Over the back.
Somebody on the back. Who's
Chris
he?
Watson, I believe.
Is it?
Pioneers foul.
4-0.
Stock.
Is second, team 5th.
As you can hear, maybe the P in the background, it is Stock's 2nd and the team's 5th. Polite inbound. He had a little trouble just a moment ago.
There he goes.
Gets it to Fagerlund. Back to Polite. Over to Bandy. Alleman with some token pressure on the inbounds, and then they drop back quickly.
Stock guarded Bandy. That is Smithers with the steal. Polite will track him down.
Mark Polite cut him off, and he just picked up his dribble.
Voss with the travel. Pat Voss had trouble twice now handling the ball. That's very unlike him.
He's very sure with the ball. He's usually, I think he was going to pass it and then decided not to, and got himself caught up in a double dribble situation.
Pat is yet to score as well, and he comes in right as the number 2 offensive threat, averaging about 12.5 a game. So Coach Larry Schulte needs him to pick it up a little bit or find somebody else. Fagerlund started the game with 2 buckets.
Oh, Ben Fagerlund, nice move along the baseline over Trapkins.
And he's over his average, Coach.
Yeah, he's got 6 already.
It's an 8-point lead for UT. Voss is guarded by Bandy. Give Bandy credit, doing another good defensive job.
He's just in your shirt enough to make you play a little harder than maybe what you want to.
Almost got a steal there.
Trapkins, he's been the money man.
Just
15 points already.
gonna say there's that inside muscle. He had 2 guys on him. He just went up, took the ball to the hoop. Panthers didn't foul him.
Ramos.
Takes it to the middle, dumps it to Fagerlund.
This is when Fagerlund.
Strong move up. Polite.
Great effort by Polite.
Stock.
Jump ball. Change of possession.
Ball goes to the Panthers. Yep, there it is.
Got to be getting frustrating for Brian Trapkins. He has 15 points, all 4 points in this quarter, but they trail 26-20.
Yeah. Fagerlund. No, that's Lopez. Triggers it to Fagerlund. To Polite.
Fagerlund.
Ooh, good idea. Fagerlund tried to bounce past that ball over to Lopez. It was open on the other side, but somebody reached in there and flicked it off Lopez.
Look at Bandy already guarding Voss here. Tracking him down. One thing about Bandy, because he really isn't an offensive option, that is all his energy's at the defense
I was going to say he can just bear down on the defensive end.
Sure, on Saturday versus Buddy at Bettendorf, and here you see number 12 Bandy in the black chasing Voss in the white, number 10. Little switch there, Ramos is on him, and that's no picnic either. But we saw him shut down Buddy, and now he's kind of doing the same to Voss. Who's going to shut him down now?
Woo.
17 points.
And the defense has been good.
They're making him work.
Yeah, he's just making good shots. Here we go, Lopez.
And he's pushing Fagerlund on the defensive end.
Made Fagerlund go into that 4-point stance there.
Look at him battle. 42 Fagerlund in the black and Trapkins 54 in the white.
Ramos.
Trapkins cut off Ramos. It was an eclipse there in the baseline. There's Bandy. He's hit 1-3.
Bandy from the free throw line. Fagerlund, Lopez comes up with it.
Great rebound by Lopez.
Lopez goes strong across the lane, goes up with it.
if that's Trapkins, that's 2.
And I believe that's who they're going to call it on. I'm sure he's going to call on the body. Yeah, that's what he's going to call.
Which is good because UT needs somebody to take it to Trapkins. They're making him work on the offensive.
That on the floor too. They're not calling that a shot.
They're making him work offensively. Even though he has 17, at least they're trying to tire the big guy.
Polite, free throw line.
Ooh, that was an ugly shot.
A little wide. Got a foul. Somebody reached in. Did he point at Ramos or was it Lopez? We'll see here. Comes the call. Nick Ramos.
That's his second.
Picks up his second. Jacob Brewster quickly checks into the game. Bandy going to go take a rest. Here comes Sean Taylor.
26-22, United Township by 4. 3:07 remaining in the second quarter.
Steve Lopez has a little bit of a bad shoulder, wild man, and he had that all through football. We played him only on offense in football because he didn't.
Jacob Brewster, another scrappy guy back in. He's all over Voss. They're going to make Pat Voss work tonight. Trapkins, have a game.
Count it.
18 points.
Fagelin had his hand right in his face.
26-24, UT by 2. Trapkins with 18 of the 24.
Sean Taylor, Fagelin, Brewster in the corner. We're battling just a little too hard inside here. That's Polite and
I'll tell you,
Chris Watson battling in there.
John, save the tape. Family Ties Production. You're going to be getting a call from Mr. and Mrs. Trapkins, I believe.
Yeah.
This could be sent to a few college recruiters. Not that they're not only already aware of them.
Yeah, he's showing what he can do out away from the basket tonight too, Wild man. He shot from just inside the free throw line several times.
Kid at the line here can get a few college recruiters his way as well. Not like that though.
Panthers in the bonus now. Unfortunately, you don't get that bonus unless you make the first one.
2-point lead. Alleman with the ball. UT on top. Second quarter. We're at 2.5 minutes to go. Voss has been dogged all night by either Brewster on him now, 23, or Bandy. So much for me and my prediction of the Ramos matchup. Rebound Polite off the miss.
Off the Brewster. Up to Polite, Taylor on the wing, back to Brewster. Ramos penetrates, kicks it back out. We're going to set up again. Polite from the arc, off. I can see it from here.
Look at that rebound.
Ramos right there. He goes up. He's going to get called for walking. You can see him shuffle his feet a little bit. He gave that little head and shoulder fake and just walked it back.
Now, I've seen UT 3 times now. I've seen them win the other 2. This is the 3rd time. Yeah, they're a 9-8 club, 1-4 in the conference, but when I've seen them, they've played very well. I can look at the record and shake my head. I told Scotty Olsen, I said, I'm your good luck charm. Nice drive. Whoa. Voss says, I don't care how much you dog me, I'm going to take it to the hoop.
And that's Pat Voss's first hoop of the night. Panthers been pressuring him all night.
But I'll tell you what.
Up against the pressure. Takes it to the baseline. Voss, trap, gets it out to Ramos, quickly over to Taylor, head fake. Going to get called for the walk. Can't do that one. That's an NBA move. You can do it there, but you can't do it here at Wharton Fieldhouse.
We got a game, Coach Smitty. 26 all, a minute 17 left. Ramos will sit down, and checking in for the first time tonight is Mike Crawford. Coach Olsen also has told me this is the first time UT's been healthy all season.
Well, Mike Crawford's been out the last 2 weeks. He's had a real bad thigh bruise, and if you look there, you can see he's still got the right thigh wrapped a little bit.
But
he's one of those hustle guys too.
Back to the 9-8 mark, maybe the injuries have hurt, obviously.
Nice feed from Voss to Trapkins. Bryant.
And there's a big
I'll
call.
tell you what. I'm not going to dog the official, but I thought he was going to call traveling.
Yeah, because he picked up his dribble it was a semi-jump stop, and then he was falling.
Yeah. But of course, they're going to get Bryant out quickly, naturally.
Coach Schulte quickly gets Trapkins out of the game. Steve Sotos checks in for him.
Coach Olsen and his staff, Hunter and all the guys down there, of course, will tell me it was a blatant charge.
Oh yeah, he was totally out of control.
45 seconds
Here
left.
we go, Jacob Brewster. All knotted at 26. Mike Crawford, seen his first significant action for a while, loses the handle.
Well, as you said, he's been out for a while. Voss with it. We're at 30. Second quarter, all tied up, 26-26. UT in the man-to-man. Alleman's been it throughout. UT's switched a little bit. Trapkins is out, so they're looking for options. They find one.
Got a late call. Looks like Fagerlund's going to get it. He raised his hand anyway.
Smithers will go to the line.
Ben Fagerlund picks up his second.
Smithers
Has made a free throw already.
See how he does here.
Yeah, he's going to try to break the tie here with 16.4 seconds remaining.
Cornelis back up, will come in for Voss for Alleman. So a lead for Alleman. 1 point lead. They trailed by 6 at the end of 1.
Second one wouldn't go. Fagerlund pulls it down to Crawford. We got 13 seconds.
1 point Alleman lead.
Panthers have to work the ball around and get a good shot.
7.
Brewster drives, penetrates, puts it up, doesn't go. That's Sodas with the rebound from half court.
Oh,
That was close.
almost.
That was close. Well, at the end of the half, we've got the Alleman Pioneers 27, the UT Panthers 26.
In that quarter, Jim, UT scored only 10 points in the second quarter. Excuse me, only 4 points.
4 points.
Excuse me, only 4 points.
Alleman scored 11.
I was giving him too much credit.
If I have it right.
Yep. So not as blistering as the first quarter.
No. Well, if you notice, if you check your score sheet, Polite 0. Had one free throw opportunity and missed it, and he didn't make any of his shots. He'd had a couple of 3-point shots, and we have a halftime presentation here. Why don't we take a little break here with the Pioneers ahead, 27-26. We'll be right back with maybe some halftime gifts.
From the Canada Foresters, they will present a check to the high school from their basketball tournament, and the money will be used again for academic purposes. So to the Foresters, we are very grateful. We're very thankful. Thank you. Thank you. The check is for $2,200.
Under the direction of Linda McGraw. Tonight, the Emeralds will present a country western hoedown as they dance to Cotton Eye Joe.
Everybody, this is Jim Smith here back at Wharton Fieldhouse at halftime of the UT Alleman game. Alleman with the lead, 27-26. We got the Pioneer dancing squad out there right now, and I'd like to welcome to the booth right now with me the new head football coach over at UT, Mike Tracy. Coach Tracy, what can we look for from the Panthers next year?
Well, I hope we can continue the success they've had in the past, Jim. The things that you and Jim Sanders did there, we're going to try to build on quite a bit and see if we can take it to the next level. We're all going to work together and have a lot of fun and see if we can win.
Well, you know, that's haven't been around the Western Big Six now for all the years you have. I mean, you know what kind of football needs to be played and what it takes to get it done. You got a decent nucleus coming back over there. I know. I mean, having just stepped out of the spot, I know what you got coming. But talk a little bit about what you're looking for from your seniors.
Well, I tell you what we're looking for first of all, our seniors, is involvement in other sports, which we have quite a bit here at UT. Kids play basketball, they wrestle, they're in track and baseball. We want the kids to be well-rounded, so we're happy with that. The second thing we're looking for is some senior leadership. I think that we have the type of kids that want to accept that, and we're going to give them a lot of opportunities to be leaders. It's going to be a kind of a growth experience for me and for the kids, and it's going to be something exciting.
You know, you talk about the senior leadership, and it seems like in the Western Big Six, you almost have to be a senior football team to succeed. You can play juniors and do pretty well, but to get to that next step, you've got to have your seniors come through for you.
Well, there's no question about that. You and I have both experienced that. When you have the real good teams, you can look to those 8 or 9 or 10 seniors that are your nucleus, and they take care of a lot of coaching for you. The younger kids look up to them as examples, and they've been to the war before, and they have more confidence. It's tough to win with a real young team in this conference.
You know, they really do set the tone for you, and I know you're going to get the most out of the kids that you've got coming back. What do you look for around the conference?
Well, I don't know. I think Rock Island Moline will be tough again, and I'm sure Alleman will be. I think we're kind of the great unknown, and that's not a bad position to be in. You and I both know that we could be very successful, or maybe things wouldn't go quite so successful, but we're kind of the key to what happens in the conference, because if we get organized and things go our way and we stay healthy, you know, we can play with anybody. If we have some injuries and stuff, we may just be an also-ran, but I would think Rock Island and Moline would probably, on paper, be the favorites. Galesburg and Quincy, as we all know, have good athletes and can beat anybody on any given night, so it'll be a dogfight just like it's always been.
I was going to say, like it's always, every Friday night, you never know. You better come ready to play. There's no automatics.
No question about that, and that's one of the fun things about the conference. You know, it's a great sports area, great coverage, just like you guys do here with the television and all that. It's just great.
Number 739.
Well, what do you think of this ball game tonight?
75.
I didn't win the 50-50, so we have to go home. Well, this is a typical Western Big Six contest. Two pretty evenly matched teams, both teams playing hard. I don't know much about basketball, but I do see some kids banging around out there from both teams, and that's the way it's supposed to be. And that's the way football's been here. I've been in this conference for 20 years or so, and you've been in here longer than that. And you can go watch a baseball game, softball game, girls game, whatever, and it's the competition like this all the time. I think the kids get along with each other. There's good camaraderie within the conference, and it's just a good, healthy atmosphere, and I think you and I are both happy to be part of that.
Yeah, you're right, Coach. You know, I really enjoy seeing the athletes from the schools get together and be friends. I mean, they compete like crazy when they're playing against each other, but they know each other and they respect each other. I think off the playing field, off the courts, off the diamonds, as well as on. And I like to see them be friends.
I think so too. It's kind of in that respect, this is a unique area. You don't see that there's all that animosity, and there's so many things where our kids are joined together through whether it's church functions or social things or whatever,
right.
and it makes things it makes our job as coaches a heck of a lot easier.
Well, I had one more real important question to ask you, and I can't remember what it is now.
Well, you just got your Pepsi, so I think you were slightly distracted, but knowing you, I'm sure that question will come to you, and I know that you'll hunt me up and ask me.
It's coming even as I'm thinking of it as I'm speaking. Right now.
No, I don't know where Mike Brewers is this evening.
No, you know, you look around here to the crowd tonight, and this is a typical Western Big Six crowd. The fans that are here are vocal. There's not as many here tonight because it's about probably zero as we speak right now.
Well, Dan Birch and I were talking before. I think the hockey crowd is taking some people away. That's caught on big time here in the Quad Cities, and a big game tonight, and cold night. Maybe it's better being at a hockey rink. I don't know.
Well, let's finish up here, Coach, and let's talk a little bit about your schedule next year. I know there's some changes made. I know you picked up a cream puff there for that first game.
Well, they want to indoctrinate me right in UT football. They want to make sure that we don't get overconfident the first game, and that won't happen since we've added Homewood Flossmoor to our schedule. They were 6A state champs in 1994, a perennial power in Illinois, averaged 10-11 wins a year for the last 8 or 9 years. So we have to go up there, but it's on our schedule. It's a challenge. We won't gripe about it. We'll just go ahead and play them as hard as we can, and see how we match up with one of the premier programs up in the suburbs.
Well, Coach, you know John Wren's gone, so that'll be a
piece of cake. Piece of cake.
3 yards in the cloud of dust.
Yeah, and they only started 19 out of 22 juniors last year, so they'll have no experience or no speed and no tradition. So.
Well, Coach, you said it best earlier, though. in this conference, the teams can play with anybody in the state. So
well, I think
know you'll have the boys ready to go, and when we go up there, they better screw their hats on.
Yeah, it's been proven over the years. I think that UT in the glory days did that, and we did some of that at Alleman, and Rock Island and Moline have definitely picked up the pace. I think the teams from the area that have played in the playoffs have done pretty darn well, and I think people know that they're going to see a quality football game, whether it's UT or Moline or Alleman or Rock Island. So, like I said earlier, I know you and I are proud to be part of that, and we're going to work hard and have fun with it and see what happens.
Well, Coach, the teams have come back out on the floor. I really want to thank you for coming up here and spending a few minutes with us.
Yeah, and my racquetball injury is healing for those of you that are concerned, but,
That's good.
Yeah.
Well, best of luck to you, Coach, and I know you do a great job over there.
Well, we're going to sure try, and if not, we're going to have fun trying. Thanks, Coach.
Coach Mike Tracy, new head football coach over at United Township. Well, the team's warming up before the second half. We'll be right back with
Panthers were leading after one, 22-16, but a 4-point second quarter saw them fall behind by one, 27-26. The story for Rock Island Alleman
has been the big man, Brian Trapkins.
He averages 9 or 20 a game, so no surprise that he would have a good game. But 19 points in the first half. Unbelievable.
That takes me back to that story I was
Go ahead.
before we came on the air. Back when I was in high school, Steve Kaversky was playing over here for the Moline Maroons. Ernie Kavisto was coaching at East Moline at the time, and it was a game at our place, but Coach Kavisto, his game plan was to give Kaversky his points. And they came in at halftime, and Ernie told the boys, fellas, I told you to give him his average. We're going to give him his average, but not in the first half.
And how appropriate, because Trapkins just hit for his average 21 points with that bucket there. It's a 3-point Alleman lead. They got it back.
And we force a pass into the paint. Pioneers come up with it.
The Pioneers in their white, playing a home game, so to speak. Going right to left on your screen. UT.
Traditionally is over at Rock Island Fieldhouse.
In fact, I'll apologize because I announced it on the radio.
Rocky, yeah.
Big.
Oh, Lord. What a rebound.
Then we got tripped. Just took a foot out from under him. I don't know.
Talked with Race. Mine or his? Smitty forgot to turn his microphone on.
I once did an entire quarter with my mic off.
Probably been the most pleasant quarter, first couple minutes anyway. So everybody missed that Ernie Kavisto story.
So I'll tell it again.
UT with the ball. Ramos.
Nice drive.
Trapkins with the rebound. 3-point Alleman lead still, 29-26. They led by one at the half. Got a bucket here from who else? Trapkins. Just underway, a minute and a half gone by. Third quarter action. Voss.
Yes.
He's already equaled and added to his output in the first half. He only had 2 at halftime.
Pioneers stretch that lead out to 32-26. Panthers going to try to answer. They've only scored 4 points since the first quarter. Have yet to score here in the second half. Polite from 3.
Nice
Fagerlund
rebound.
with the rebound. Back up. Fagerlund.
Fagerlund's having a nice game.
Yes, he is. He's
That's 8 points already for him.
contributed 8.
And he always scores early in the quarter.
Yeah, you look at your score sheet. You can see he gets those 2 points early in the quarter, and then he turns it over to somebody else. Trapkins back out. Voss, Stock in the corner.
Stock, Voss, Trapkins, Watson,
Who was that?
and Wood.
I think.
The original starting 5 for Alleman.
Voss on the crossover spin.
Look at little Voss working.
Bandy right in his shirt.
We talked about that. Both Bandy and Brewster trying to wear down Pat Voss. UT back in the man-on-man. Alleman will go with it the whole way. Voss trying to get baseline. Knocked out by Ramos.
Ramos kicked it out. Alleman's going to be real patient here with a 4-point lead.
Sure.
They don't need to shoot the ball immediately. They're going to work the ball around and get a good shot. Not force anything.
He's going to rotate around, as you mentioned. Look for the big guy inside if they get him trapped, because he does have 3 fouls, remember. There is Brian Trapkins. Block on Fagerlund, but the foul.
Fagerlund's going to pick up his 3rd foul.
And the foul on number 42, Ben Fagerman, his third, team first.
It's going to send Trapkins to the line to try to stretch that lead. 32-28. 5 minutes left here, third quarter.
Trapkins at the line. He already has 21. As we said in the Western Big Six, give him 22. He's either third or fourth in basically every statistical category. Rebounding, scoring, free throw percentage as well. He's showing you there he's 5 of 5 from the line already tonight. Good for 23 points. And we're early in the third quarter.
Lopez, 16-footer, long rebound off the stock. Bandy comes over his back. I believe that's who they're going to call here. Yep. It's going to go on Adrian Bandy. That's his second team foul.
Stock comes in averaging about 6 points a game. Gets the rebound there, inbounds to Voss. Watson averages 7, so they've got other options aside from Trapkins, including Voss. But when he's hot, you go to the big guy.
And he's been hot. He's had a nice game. He's had a great game already. They're going to get him for a walk.
It's Watson. Watson's kind of having an off night. Interesting story, his twin brother, if you read in the paper, Coach Schulte accidentally put Mike instead of Chris down. So when they played assumption last Saturday, Mike got the start. But Mike scored the first bucket. They go on to beat Assumption. I'd kind of go as a good luck if I was superstitious, which I am. I may do that all season long.
Oh, Nick Ramos from deep in the corner.
He
His second hoop, his second three.
I was going to say he had one earlier. Some pressure by UT. Voss gets it up to Trapkins. He'll take it.
Man.
He's putting on a show.
Polite had 8 points in the first quarter, but nothing
Fagerlin
since.
quickly to Lopez. And I think that was Ryan Wood with a quick block. Lopez looked like he had a for sure layup. Ryan Woods flicked it out of there. Ball goes out to the Panthers underneath their basket. Set up an inbounds play.
Oh.
Miscommunication. Look at Voss hustle.
He pulls up and pops it. Wouldn't go.
Nice rebounds. Ryan Wood, his second bucket. And that was all made possible, though, by Voss's hustle.
You know, he could have just let that ball go out of bounds.
Right.
Yeah, the Panthers inbounded the ball there. They were running one play, and maybe they were running two plays at the same time.
Hey, it's no Ramos was cutting one way, and the ball went another. Fagerlin
in the middle, gets the shooter's roll.
He's got 10.
That's his 10th point.
Back to a 5-point lead for Alleman. Look at Voss. I think he loves the pressure. Seems like he's playing better the more pressure.
Big defensive play by Mark Polite. He hustled back, got the weak side defense, stole the pass, was losing it out of bounds, turned and threw it off a Pioneer. Panthers going to get the ball.
Brewster comes back in for Bandy, so he will now shadow Voss.
And this is Mike Gorman coming in for Ben Fagerlin.
And in for Alleman, I believe it's Sotos. No, check that. Smithers, rather. Smithers back in for Alleman.
Lopez in the corner. Against Trapkins. Across the lane.
Hey,
ball
why
fake.
not? Good
Nice
play.
job.
Just taking it to him because, as you know,
It's good.
Trapkins with the 3
Got
fouls.
the 3 fouls. That's
They give
smart
Lopez
play
a
by
heady
Lopez.
play, right? Voss would come back. It's back to a 3-point game. Alleman with the lead. 2:47 in the third. 38-35. Voss through his legs. Man, he's a good ball handler. Just watching him. That's why we were surprised early on, Coach Smitty. He kind of lost the
Nice
handle.
pass.
Oh, count it.
Wow.
His first 2 points, but they come at a nice time. Voss is definitely playing a lot more like the Pat Voss we know here in the second half.
He's doing some creating now with his ball handling and his passing ability.
Sotos will come in now as Watson completes the 3-point play.
The old-fashioned 3-point play.
You know what they're going to do? They're going to give Trapkins a little bit of a rest because we had some 3 fouls. It's a 6-point lead, 2.5 left.
That's probably a smart move. That is a smart move, not probably. You need him down the stretch. Jacob Brewster brings it up quickly to Ramos. To Polite.
Polite has
Down
not
low.
scored since the first quarter.
Steve Lopez answers again.
All of a sudden, Lopez is heating up. 4-point lead.
Well,
Alleman.
I'm sure the Coach Olson's not too displeased to see some people scoring besides Polite.
Yeah, like Brewster's scrappiness. He and Voss are going at it. There you see the matchup. Brewster's just a sliver. Voss takes it to him. Nice rebound.
Good position inside. Who is that? That's
Sotos.
Sotos. Got Mike Gorman picking up his first.
4th team foul for UT, only 1 for Alleman.
That could be a factor down the stretch.
Alleman inbounds. We're under 2 minutes. Cox Communications, Channel 38, Family Ties Production, as always, bringing you Western Big Six basketball. The 3, got it.
Count it.
So, if you notice, Voss is getting Watson into the game, too. He fed him underneath, finds him for the 3.
And you could tell he just had that rhythm when the pass came just right.
Watson was scoreless in the first half, has 5 here in the third. It's a 7-point Rock Island Alleman lead. Brewster for 3. Polite.
Put back. Lopez put back on Polite.
And Lopez has 6 in this quarter. Jim?
44-39. Alleman still by 5. They're just trading baskets right now, Wild Man. Yeah, who's he?
Good hustle by Brewster, as always. Coming back in, Sean Taylor.
Sean Taylor.
Scott Olson's club 9-8 overall, 1-4. They lost to Rock Island last Friday, and they picked up a win versus an Iowa club, Bettendorf, on Saturday. Bettendorf, by the way, ranked 10th in Iowa, so a good win. Trying to knock off the number 3 ranked Rock Island Alleman Pioneers. They could take the number 2 Rocky AA team down, but go across the city and take on the Class A team, so to speak. I bet you Rocky's getting all they want down at Galesburg tonight as well.
That'd be a good contest down there. Ramos. Off
Nice
to Gorman.
drive.
Little strong off the rim, wouldn't go. Voss just like he's got glue on his hands. Nice pass.
Sotos, his first bucket, and it gives Alleman a 7-point lead with 32 seconds left in the third quarter.
And another basket created by Pat Voss.
Hey, he's having a
hustle.
quarter.
There's some defense.
Ramos. Alleman definitely picked up the intensity here in the third quarter.
20 seconds. Scott Olson up off the bench, coach of the Panthers, calling out a play.
13. We're under 10. Polite open. God, he's cold. 5. Sotos.
He's going to shoot from mid-court.
Got it!
Oh, that was down.
From up here, this angle, coach. Oh.
That ball was in and out. That was down and out.
Well, they don't need it anyway. They still lead by 7, 46-39. We'll be back with the fourth quarter.
And is that a 19? Well, welcome back, everybody. Jim Smith along with the Wild Man Dan Burridge here at Wharton Fieldhouse. Alleman just put a 19-point quarter on the Panthers. Panthers could only answer with 13, so they've stretched the lead out to 7.
You look at the quarters, Jim. You got to wonder what happened in the second. Came out, they were both blistering in the first quarter, 22-16. UT led. Second quarter scoring, Alleman 11, UT 4. And then we had a 19-13 third. Something happened in the second quarter.
Second quarter, the lid hit on the basket.
His first
Sean
2 points.
Taylor hits his first bucket of the night. Cuts the lead to 5.
Trapkins, no surprise, re-enters to start the fourth quarter. Brian has 25 for Alleman. And they go to him. Voss had a nice third quarter, the floor general. It's a nice little point guard. Kind of took over team leadership in the state tourney last year. They had Kelly, the quarterback, literally the quarterback, did a nice job, but Pat kind of more of a pure point guard. Plus Kelly had a bad knee, a 3 by Sotos. And Pat just assumed that role again this year, really become his team, so to speak.
All of a sudden, Alleman's really settled down. They've got their shooting touch. They look like they're in rhythm. They're in sync. They're not forcing shots. They're getting good looks at the basket and knocking them down. 8-point lead. Ramos across the lane, rolls off the rim, wouldn't go. Polite battles.
Polite's having a tough game, but he still does rebounds. He really gets up. He's impressive there. Is that Fagerlin or Taylor?
I think he's looking at Sean Taylor. Goes up and challenges the shot. Fifth team foul on the Panthers. It's going to put Steve Sotos on the line.
The double point guard defensive switch there. And now it's back to Bandy, trying to frustrate Voss. They did a good job in the first half.
In that third quarter, the Voss kind of asserted himself, though.
Sotos has picked it up.
He gets them both.
He was scoreless in the first half, and he has 7 now.
Biggest lead of the game, 10 points by the Pioneers. 6.5 minutes remaining in the contest, and the Pioneers keeping that defensive pressure up. They play that tough man-to-man all night. Sean Taylor on the wing wants the ball. Polite says, give it to me down low. Here, he's got it. They collapse. Voss flicks it out of there. Ball's going to go off Taylor out of bounds, and the Pioneers are going to have the ball, and they're going to stretch that lead out.
Tell you what, Polite had a great first quarter. 8 points, hasn't scored since, and not only hasn't scored, he's lost the ball several times. Either on the inbound.
Nick Ramos,
nice steal,
quick hands. Couldn't get the basket to go. He gets fouled from behind by Chris Watson. That'll be his second.
I'm going to say earlier, at half, why you had that sterling interview with the new football coach. I talked with Ray Swatella, the head basketball coach of Takeo Marycrest. Yeah. He said they're looking at Ramos, and he gave the example as we see Nick Ramos at the line, just good kid. I mean, the biggest thing on him isn't great shooter, he's a good shooter, good defensive player, good leader. But his first comment was, I said, who are you looking at? He said, well, we're recruiting Ramos. Good kid.
Yes, solid citizen. I mean, basketball player aside, he's a nice young man.
And he's a pretty good free throw shooter.
I just made them both. Cuts the lead to 8.
And he has 8 points.
Who, Voss? Lost it, but got a little help there from Watson.
Watson was in the right place.
Sotos has been hot on a wing. There's Sotos, I mentioned. He's lit up a couple.
Pioneers being patient here. They don't need to shoot the ball right away.
Good pick by Trapkins.
Oh, nice. Way to pay him back. Beautiful. Hey, that was a la John Stockton, Karl Malone there.
There it was. You screen for me and I'll give you the pick and roll.
And that's their 2 best players. Why not go to it? Much like Utah. You got guys that good, Voss and Trapkins on this level, you know. Go to it. Back to a 10-point Alleman advantage.
Smithers flicks that ball from around behind Bandy's back. Panthers will inbounds under the basket.
Good defense. Look at Voss.
Voss says, I can get it. Panthers will take it out near midcourt. Steve Lopez checking back in for Sean. Nope, he's going to Fagerlund's going to go to the bench.
Voss kind of reminds you of a Bobby Hurley because he's not much build-wise. He's 5'10", 160. You know, but his energy level, his tank is always on full.
Yeah, right. There's no governor. He had no governor in there revving that motor down. Mike Gorman just checked back into the ball game for Sean Taylor.
And that was the thing what Coach Krzyzewski said about Hurley at Duke. He said everybody thought he looked so scrawny and pale and frail. He said the kid never got tired. He goes, I never worried about taking him out.
Yeah, I'd like to see his minutes. I bet he played more minutes than anybody.
And I mean, it's a compliment. Voss may not like Hurley, but it's a sincere compliment I'm giving to him. And there is Voss finding him.
Nick Ramos hustled back there, bothering him just enough.
Bandy.
Off the dribble, wouldn't go.
Trapkins with a big board.
Another big board. Gorman goes for the steal.
Low reaching.
Going to get called for the foul. Mike Gorman picks up his second. 6th team foul. That's going to put Alleman in the bonus.
We talked about that earlier. The foul advantage. 10-point lead. 4.5 minutes. One thing that was pointed out, Courtney Lewis missed a meeting or shoot around of some sort. And Coach Olson, 6'4" kid who can shoot, and that's hurt UT a little bit.
Yeah, Courtney Lewis has really started to come on the last 2 or 3 games for the Panthers and showed some nice shooting touch and been a force on the backboard. And he's not going to play tonight. Mark Polite picks up his second foul, and that's going to put the Pioneers in the bonus with Jake Smithers going to the line.
He's 2 of 4 at the line.
Stretches the lead to 11, biggest lead of the night.
Smithers 3 points, all from the line. As you said, Coach Smith, 11-point lead, make it 12. And with the foul differential in Alleman's favor, it's going to be tough for UT to get back in
Alleman
it.
with only 2 team fouls here. That's the UT's not going to shoot many free throws in the bonus situation. Alleman's really picked up the defensive pressure here. If you notice this entire second half, UT has not really gotten a very good shot, not without being really hassled.
Right there. Case in point. We're under 4 minutes. 4 minutes in the ball game. A 12-point Rock Island Alleman Pioneer lead. Number 3 ranked team in the Class A Illinois poll. They've been there for a couple weeks, but still only 2 and 3 in the Western Big Six. So they need a big conference win here.
Traveling, yep.
Well, he's done everything else right tonight. You got to have one flaw.
Showing his versatility.
So Trapkins does travel when he gets the ball out high, Coach.
Well, with 3 minutes and 37 seconds, Panthers are going to, if they're going to be in this ball game, they've got to start making a move right now. And they go to a double high post setup. Set some back picks. Polite comes up. He's going to take it from the arc.
His first 3 points.
Since the first
points.
Quarter.
Yeah.
55-46.
Big 3 though.
And a steal. Polite on the floor for the ball. Finds Ramos. Up. No good. Brewster put back. No good. Ramos with a rebound.
Well, in Polite's defense, Coach, he may haven't done anything since the first quarter, but he picked a good time to do something. Hit the 3 and got the steal.
He just reached in there and took that dribble away. Yeah. Wild scramble. Ramos going to go to line, shoot 2. He's got 8 for the night. That's his average. He's right on his average for the season.
Yeah, it's funny, you look down, you used to see a 19-4, 7.3 to see an even 8. Throws you a little bit.
And he gets it.
I've got him for 3 for 3 at the line.
That's what I got him. This is going to help the Panthers if they can score with the clock not ticking away.
He knocks this down, it's back to a 7-point game.
Nope. Rebound is going to go to the Panthers.
They got a break. So all of a sudden,
Smithers, Trapkins, Polite all battling. Polite was the odd man out, and Smithers and Trapkins couldn't handle it.
Oh, great time to take a timeout. I was going to say great time to look for a 3.
Yes.
And that's what UT will try to do, but a great time to take a timeout. Larry Schulte senses that. The score, 55-47. Rock Island Alleman leads, 3:08 remaining. So Schulte in the huddle, diagramming with the clipboard, the marker.
This is always interesting, sitting up here in the crow's nest. You can almost look down in the coach's huddle and see what's going on. Coach Olson's drawing, he's got his on the floor. I can't see what he's
got
doing.
a little chalk in the floor action, I think. Scotty's from the old school, just kidding.
I think you're right, Coach. I think he's diagramming a 3-point play.
Well, this is where you really, and I love the 3-point shot, but where it can really swing a game around. And it makes it much more exciting for the fans.
Well, yeah, you're never truly out of it unless you're just completely getting blown out. If you can crank a couple threes in, boy, you can get back in a game in a hurry. Well, in a game like this with an 8-point lead, 2 threes, and boy, you're back to a hoop.
Well, they were down a dozen. Polite hits the 3. They get the free throw. They get the inbound. Brewster.
Panthers going to set it up. Brewster takes it way out. Center circle. Ramos on
Polite.
Panthers working the ball around the perimeter. Brewster said he's going to...
Oh, big steal by Voss.
Brewster picks it right back.
As we said, he's a scrap. If there's anybody who can answer Voss's scrapping,
here he comes.
Look at these 2. You gotta love it, though.
I tell you what. Those guys have played, that was about as hard as 15 seconds worth of effort you're ever going to see.
Are there 2 scrappier point guards in the league? With all due respect to the other teams, but
Not on that particular play, there weren't. Well, now we got Gorman on.
Yeah, but who comes up to meet him? Brewster.
Oh, and he makes him travel.
He bumped him.
Well, okay, he bumped him a little bit.
I thought, I'm going to say we, but I'll say I thought they were going to call a foul, knowing what school you work at. You agree with the travel.
I know Jacob, and he wouldn't bump into anybody.
2.5 minutes left. UT still down by 8.
Lopez across the ring. Brewster, 3.
There it is.
Got it.
There it is.
That's what we were just talking about. Big three-point basket.
Oh!
What do we have, an inline violation?
Yep.
I was looking down at the scorebook. Panthers got it down to 5, 55-50 with 2:17.
Let's look for another one.
Don't go away. Ramos down low. Gorman from
Another
the three-point line. Oh, wouldn't go.
Nice
Big board
big
from
rebound.
Smithers.
Smithers will bring it
Now
up.
just dribble it out.
Sotos. He answers. Huge play.
Big answer. That's a great.
Great play by Steve Sotos. He did not score with the, as you're pointing out, Smitty, for those who can't see us at home, Smitty's hit me on the shoulder going with his left hand. Yes, he did it with his
I was going to
left
say,
hand.
he went left-handed and kept the ball away from Gorman. Gorman had to foul him. Or didn't have to foul him, but he fouled him because he protected the ball. There's Polite with a rebound. And they're going to call a foul on Smithers.
Sotos had a big second half. Scoreless in the first. He's got 9.
2 minutes 5 seconds. It's a 7-point Alleman lead. Brewster bringing it up against Smithers.
Ramos, Polite working on each other. The backside picks. One of them
Panthers
trying to
want
get
to work
free.
quickly and get a good shot. Ramos drives the baseline up with the shot. Wouldn't go. Polite with the rebound.
Polite says,
Oh, he goes down hard to the floor.
oh, and that, knowing that knee, we're all
Knee,
familiar.
hip, shoulder. He's got that. He went down hard on his right side. Boy, you can hear the boom up here.
But what I'm saying is, he has that bad right knee where he had a surgery. That's scary.
Brian Trapkins picks up his 4th foul.
And it seemed like such a big thing when he had 3.
And that was yesterday, wasn't it? That he got that 3rd foul.
He's only scored 1 bucket in the 4th. So kind of got out of the flow of things as it got a little wild.
Polite hits the first one. 57-51, 1:41 remain. Here comes Bandy back in.
Adrian Bandy checks in for the Panthers.
Who's he in for?
He's coming for Gorman, I do believe.
I was gonna say, you can't be taking out my boy Jake.
Now they got the 2 skeeters in there.
There you go.
6-point lead. Alleman on top. UT at the line.
Polite off the rim, wouldn't go.
Trapkins.
Trapkins with the rebound.
Here's Voss. Remember, Alleman is in the bonus.
Finds Trapkins.
We're under a minute and a half. 6-point lead for Rock Island Alleman.
Panthers going to come trap the ball as soon as you pick up your dribble.
Minute 20. Uh-oh. Nice hustle. Open
We gotta
man.
keep one.
Watson.
We found him underneath.
Oh, yeah, that's going to happen.
When you're playing that kind of defense, that's going to happen.
A minute. 8-point lead.
Ramos.
Bandy.
From the corner. No, short. Ramos rebound. Put it back.
Oh.
Count it.
Larry Schulte's just, you know he's pulling his hair out right now.
Yeah, it could be a 3-point play here with Ramos. Rebound landed right at his feet. He put it right back up. And the foul was on Brian Trapkins, and that's going to be all for Mr. Trapkins. And he leaves the game with.
Classy move, Brian shaking the official's hand, and it wasn't a sarcastic handshake.
So he's going to leave with 27 points. Big night for the Pioneers from Brian Trapkins. And with the UT taking a timeout and Alleman leading 59-53 with 54 seconds, we'll take a break and we'll be right back with the remainder of the game.
Sweep. They won the sophomore game 43-41. And now they have a 6-point lead with 54 seconds remaining. Nick Ramos of the UT Panthers is at the line trying to cut into that. UT led after one period, 22-16. A dismal second stanza for Scotty Olson's club. They were outscored 11-4 and trailed by 1 at the half, 27-26. They led by 7 after 3. Alleman up now by 6. Ramos at the line. He's 4 of 4 at the line tonight for 9 points.
Sean Taylor checks in for Steve Lopez. Get another defensive player in.
Quick whistle.
Going to get Polite on a block. That's going to be his third. And Voss will go to the line.
His third, team 9.
9th team foul, so we're getting close to that super bonus time.
And Voss at the line shoots one in the
Voss, after kind of a quiet first half, only has 5 points tonight, but really did a good job of running the offense.
I was going to say he's only got 5 points, but he's accounted for several other points with his passing.
Well,
and his,
look at Sotos and Stock and Smithers.
big
and
rebound
Watson.
out of Sotos.
Oh. Another quick foul. 48 seconds.
Panther foul number 33.
You look at Watson has 8, Sotos has, and I think I got him for 9, and they can pretty much attribute all their points to Voss. Finding them.
Yeah, he's found him. Well, who we got at the line now? That's going to be Chris Watson at the line, shooting 2. And he misses.
Well, he's one of their better shooters, but a little long.
59-54 is the score. Alleman up, make it 60. 6-point lead with 45 ticks remaining. Panthers
Couple
up quickly.
threes. Brewster's already hit one.
Battle for the rebound. Polite put back.
Polite's answered here in the 4th.
4-point lead. Brewster flicks it away from
30.
Smithers. Voss quickly.
Definitely not over. Remember, Brian Trapkins fouled out with 27 points.
Number 23, Jacob Brewster, his first. Stephen Sotos at the line to shoot 2.
Well, it's going to come down to the free throws now, Wild Man. Here they are. We're talking about that from the beginning of the middle of the third quarter on.
Sotos rather. 2 for 2 at the line. 3 for 3.
Timeout,
UT takes a timeout. 27.9 seconds, a 5-point lead for the Pioneers. Panthers want to talk it over.
As we said, Rock Island Alleman came into this game ranked 3rd. Only 2 and 3 in the Western Big Six, though. So they like to get even at 500.
Had a lot of big games left.
Now, of course, Western Big Six, one of the smaller conferences. So you'll meet a 3rd time, correct, Coach? They only meet twice?
They play everybody twice, and then in regional action. But Alleman's in a different regional, and that's why we have this quick turnaround with the played them 2 weeks ago, and then come right back and play them again because their state tournament starts a week earlier. So they've got to get this. Normally they'd play them later, the last game of the season or something, but they had to get it in earlier. So
2 weeks ago, Rock Island Alleman won it by 10, 57-47. A little bit higher scoring affair tonight, but it looks like it could turn out to be the same outcome. We'll see. Last week, they lost to Moline, turned around and beat Davenport Assumption on Saturday. Kind of the same type of weekend for UT, losing to Rock Island and turning around and beating Bettendorf. So lose to a Western Big Six fall on Friday, go beat up on the Iowa kids on Saturday. Oh, all right, look out, the free throws not being kind. Good time out there.
Polite hits it.
As I said, he's heating up in the 4th. Good play.
3-point play.
Good timeout.
3-point lead.
He kind of iced Sotos. He misses the second one. Polite scoreless in the 8 points in the first, scoreless in the 3rd, scoreless in the 2nd. What's he got here, Coach?
I got
him for 8 points
he's
again.
got 8 back in the 4th.
So definitely knows when to turn it on.
Now he kind of lost that shooting touch there in the second and third quarter both.
Well, you got to foul. I don't think you can really pick or choose who you foul. You're down 3. And this is what kind of hurt UT in the sophomore game. I mentioned Alleman sophomores won at 43-41. Scott, I believe it's Scott Hunter, right? And it's one of the Hunters. Okay, Scotty.
Yeah,
Scotty was up yelling for about 30 seconds to go, but he didn't get a foul till there was about 7 left.
Yeah, there was 7 seconds left.
So almost too late.
Yeah.
I don't know if the players could hear him or what, but just a little bit too late for the foul. And I don't think you're going to see the varsity do the same thing.
I think this will, as soon as somebody touches it, they'll probably be fouled. And with the Alleman in the super bonus, they're going to go to line and shoot 2. So it's a calculated risk, but it's the only way you can get the clock stopped. You're fighting.
Voss tries to come get it. Watson. Oh, no whistle. No foul. 12 seconds.
Games. That's.
I believe they tried to foul initially.
I think
the ref kind of let him play.
Coach Olson's up saying, "Hey, I think you missed one down here." How many times are you going to see a coach get up and say, "I think you didn't call a foul, my kid"? Nick Ramos picks up his 3rd.
Smithers at the line. He hit his last 2 free throws. He has 4 points. He's 4 of 6 at the line tonight.
I got him for 5 out of 5.
Oh,
no, I don't. 4 out of 5. 4 out of 6.
I got him for 4 out of 7.
He's made 4. He's made 4.
All right. He needs these ones, though. These are the important ones. Got it.
Big free throw there.
4-point game. That's a huge free throw.
That's a 2-possession game now with 5 seconds.
Ramos
Not
with
going
a
to be
bomb.
enough.
Tipped around. That will do it. Voss kind of appropriately gets the rebound. And Rock Island Alleman gets a win. A nice ball game for both clubs. UT a little frustrated, I'm sure. They fall to 1-5 in the conference, but a great ball game here at Morleans Wharton Fieldhouse. Trapkins had a huge game, 27 points. Voss chipped in 5. I had Watson for 9, Wood 4, Stock 2. Smithers with the big free throw at the end will give him 5, and Steve Sotos, all in the second half, had 10 points. 8 points for Polite to start the first quarter, scoreless for 2. Finished with 8 again for 16 to lead UT. Ramos was for 9, I believe, Coach. If you have different, correct me. 8 points for Lopez, who had a big third quarter. 10 for Fagerland, who was scoreless in the fourth. 3 for Bandy, 2 for Taylor, and 7 points off the bench for Jake Brewster, who played a nice game.
Yeah, Jake Brewster and Adrian Bandy did yeoman's work on Pat Voss, but hats off to Pat Voss. He took that pressure all night long, and as you mentioned, in the third quarter, he got Chris Watson and Steve Sotos involved in the game with his ball handling and his passing ability. But Trapkins saddled a little bit with the fouls and kind of out of the offensive flow. Pat Voss took the game over and showed his leadership, and is a varsity veteran as a junior.
Well, look out. Beware the rest of the Class A schools in the state of Illinois, because Rock Island Alleman still ready. They're ranked 3rd and doing it in the Western Big Six, going to 500, 3-3, 12-5 overall. For Coach Smitty, John, and U.T.H.S, the cameraman, and the rest of the people at Family Ties Productions, Cox Communications, Channel 38, thanks for tuning in.